Good day, students. Welcome to JSS 1 Music, Week 15. Today we explore the instruments found in a Western-style band or orchestra, instruments introduced to Nigeria through colonial education and now deeply embedded in our school bands, military bands, church orchestras, and concert halls. Whether it is the brass section of the Nigerian Police Band, the string section of the Lagos Symphony Orchestra, or the woodwind section of your school music ensemble, these instruments form the backbone of formal music making in Nigeria. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the four sections of an orchestra, name and describe at least 10 band instruments, classify each instrument into its correct family, and explain how each instrument produces its sound. Let us meet the orchestra. A band or orchestra is a large ensemble of musicians playing a variety of instruments together under the direction of a conductor. The Western Symphony Orchestra, the largest type, can have between 60 and 100 or more musicians. The orchestra is divided into four main sections or families: strings, woodwind, brass, and percussion. Each section has a distinct timbre, a distinct tone color, and the art of orchestration is the skill of combining these timbres effectively. In Nigerian formal music context, military bands, school bands, brass bands, not all four sections are always present. A brass band consists only of brass and percussion instruments. A string quartet has only string instruments. A wind ensemble has woodwind, brass, and percussion. But understanding all four sections gives you the foundation for understanding any combination. Section 1. String instruments. String instruments produce sound by vibrating stretched strings. The vibration can be set off by bowing, drawing a bow across the strings, or plucking, called pizzicato. The violin is the smallest and highest pitched member of the string family. It has four strings tuned G, D, A, E. The violin leads the orchestra. The principal violinist is called the concertmaster or leader. In Nigeria, the violin is taught in specialist music schools and universities. The viola is slightly larger than the violin, with a deeper, warmer tone. It is pitched a fifth lower than the violin. The cello, full name violoncello, is much larger, played between the knees while seated. It has a rich, warm, baritone range tone. The cello is held between the knees and rests on an end pin on the floor. The double bass is the largest and lowest pitched string instrument. It can be bowed or plucked. In jazz and popular music, the electric bass guitar fulfills a similar role. The guitar, acoustic or electric, is the most widely played string instrument in the world and is central to virtually every Nigerian popular music genre. The guitar is a plucked string instrument in the chordophone family. Section 2. Woodwind instruments. Woodwind instruments produce sound by a vibrating column of air inside a tube. The player blows into or across the instrument. Some woodwind instruments have reeds, thin pieces of cane that vibrate when blown. The flute is a side-blown instrument made of metal. Despite its name, modern flutes are made of silver, gold, or platinum, not wood. The player blows across a hole near one end. The flute has a bright, silvery tone. The piccolo is a smaller, higher-pitched version. The clarinet is a single-reed instrument. The player blows through a mouthpiece with one reed attached. The clarinet has a warm, versatile tone and a wide range. It is used in jazz, classical, and concert band music. The oboe is a double-reed instrument. Two reeds vibrate against each other. It has a penetrating, nasal tone and is often the instrument that sounds the tuning note for the whole orchestra before a concert. The saxophone, invented by Adolphe Sax in 1840, is technically a woodwind instrument despite being made of brass, because it uses a single reed. It is central to jazz, Afrobeats, and high-life music. In Nigeria, the saxophone is widely used in high-life bands and juju music. The bassoon is a large double-reed instrument with a deep, rich tone. It provides bass support in the woodwind section. Section 3. Brass instruments. Brass instruments produce sound by the player buzzing their lips into a cup-shaped mouthpiece. The vibration of the lip sets the air column inside the tube vibrating. The trumpet is the highest-pitched common brass instrument. It has a bright, powerful tone and is used in orchestras, jazz bands, military bands, and as a lead instrument in Afrobeats productions. The Nigerian police band and military bands feature prominent trumpet sections. The French horn, or simply the horn, has a wide bell and coiled tubing. It has a warm, mellow tone and is used for both melodic and harmonic support in orchestras. The trombone uses a slide mechanism rather than valves to change pitch. The player extends and retracts the slide to change the length of the tube and thus the pitch. The trombone is used in jazz, orchestras, and Nigerian high-life brass sections. The tuba is the largest and lowest-pitched brass instrument. It provides the base foundation of the brass section. Section 4. Percussion. Percussion instruments produce sound by being struck, shaken, or scraped. The percussion section is divided into pitched and unpitched percussion. Pitched percussion, timpani, large kettle drums tuned to specific pitches using pedals. Xylophone, wooden bars struck with mallets. Marimba, similar to xylophone but with resonating tubes beneath each bar for a warmer tone. Unpitched percussion, snare drum, small, sharp, military sound. Bass drum, large, deep boom. Cymbals, clashed together or struck with a stick. Triangle, metal rod struck with a beater. The drum kit, used in jazz, pop, and Afrobeats, combines several percussion instruments played by one drummer: bass drum, snare drum, hi-hat cymbals, ride cymbal, crash cymbal, and tom-toms. Let us classify each instrument into its correct section. Violin, strings. Trumpet, brass. Flute, woodwind. Timpani, percussion. Cello, strings. Trombone, brass. Clarinet, woodwind. Snare drum, percussion. French horn, brass. Saxophone, woodwind, despite being made of brass. Guitar, strings, cordophone. Bass drum, percussion. Remember, the saxophone is classified as woodwind because it uses a reed, not because of its material. Material does not determine classification, the method of sound production does. 3 examination traps. Mistake 1. Classifying the saxophone as brass because it is made of metal. The saxophone is woodwind because it uses a single reed. The family classification is based on how sound is produced, not what material the instrument is made of. Mistake 2. Forgetting that the guitar is a string, cordophone instrument. Students sometimes forget the guitar when listing string instruments because it is not in the orchestral string section. Mistake 3. Saying percussion instruments only produce unmusical sounds. Pitch percussion instruments, timpani, xylophone, marimba, produce specific pitches and play melodic material. Brilliant work. The orchestra has 4 sections. Strings, violin, viola, cello, double bass, guitar, vibrating strings, bowed or plucked. Woodwind, flute, clarinet, oboe, saxophone, bassoon, vibrating air column, often with reeds. Brass, trumpet, French horn, trombone, tuba, buzzing lips in a cup mouthpiece. Percussion, timpani, xylophone, snare drum, bass drum, cymbals, struck, shaken, or scraped. Classification is based on how sound is produced, not what material the instrument is made of, hence saxophone is woodwind despite being brass. In Nigeria, brass bands, military bands, and church orchestras use many of these instruments alongside our own traditional instruments. For homework, research the Lagos Symphony Orchestra or your state's music ensemble. Find out which instruments they use and which Nigerian musicians play those instruments professionally.